What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Some more Prodigy. Happy Thursday. Good energy tonight. Good energy tonight. I gotta hear myself. Shouldn't have any technical difficulties tonight.
I'm the trouble starter, punky instigator.
Yeah.
I'm the fear addicted.
All right. Another YouTube strike coming up.
I'm a fire starter.
You like the Prodigy? Do you even know who Prodigy is? I have a very, let's just say, I think majority one-sided audience. I think it's like classic rock or nothing. There are some out there that like a little diversity. See, I could use that word in a positive light in their music. I'm one of them, but hey, listen. I am a fire starter, so the song is kind of apropos. Yeah, I am a fire starter. I like starting fires. Like that, not like that. So what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. You know the name I'm not going to say. We're streaming live right now of everything, blah, 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 blah. 203rd episode. Episode 203. It's like I feel different. Once I hit the 200 mark. It's like it's just like you. I've been settled in for a while, but once you hit 200, like again, I can't fathom it. I really didn't. I mean, 200 of one. I think when I used to do, and they're still on YouTube, those King of Facebook live streams that I started doing around 2020. Again, it's absolute nonsense. It's over the top. It's unnecessary. That's a word. It's unnecessary, but it was just absolutely fun to do. Outrageous. I think I did. I have to look, but I might have done 100 episodes of that. I think at least maybe 80, which is still a lot, but to do 200 of anything is I'm still impressed with myself. I can be. I have the right to be. You cannot take that away from me. So yeah, tonight, as usual, I saw some articles. Then I kind of scroll. I see a headline. I see if I like it or not. Oh wait, I have a. Before I do anything, let me bring up this chat. What does this say? Let me show it. See if the whole thing comes up. Hey, homie. If you start off anything, fucking anything, with homie, what is this, 1992? Are you kidding me? Somebody actually commented with, hey, homie? Really? Light fingers, Perry Dedovich, the AI, the king of music relish, said your bicentennial year. That's right. Look at that. And by July 4th, maybe will I be able to make 250 episodes on the 250th birthday? I don't think so. Not if I'm doing them. I'd have to do them like twice a week, and I'm not fucking doing that. You people are lucky I give you 1 week. Sometimes I don't even do that. So let's get back to the comment. Hey, homie, I checked your videos. Let me see. Colossal Purveyors. Oh, yeah. Hey, OMOM 24. Let's promote you. Come in. Yeah, sure. I don't know how to go in. I don't know how to get in. How do I get in? Let me in. Let me in. I'm wearing a hoodie. I'm in Boca Raton, but I'm wearing a hoodie. I got my Patriots Punisher hoodie. Let's get that, homie. Let's finish this. Hey, homie, I checked your video. Seems like you're new to Kick, not yet affiliated and verified. I got a proposal for you by sharing your stream to a Kick community for your gain 1,000 active audiences and earn nothing less than $1,000 while streaming. If you're interested, add me on Discord. See, the thing with me is, if you've been watching for the last 204 episodes, 203, I'm getting ahead of myself. Listen, everybody would love to have 1,000 views, 5,000, 10,000. Everybody would love that. I would love that, but I'm not chasing that. This is my church. This is where I heal. It's where I heal my mind every Thursday night. Now, comparing this to my church, churches are all about money. So it might not be the best analogy out there, but you know what I mean. This is my house of worship, this podcast. This is healing to me. I got some issues. I got some PTSD shit and all that. That's fucking fine. It's fine. If you know me, you know what's up. If you know me well. But this is how one of the coping mechanisms. This is what gives me, I get to talk about music once a week for as long as I want. Or as long as you want, because I watch the viewers come and go. That goes with the territory of live streaming. But I never chased the money. If I had a sponsor, it was because I let them be a sponsor. Like I said, I'll sponsor your shit for free. Because I never wanted to make it about that. And I didn't. I'm sure I could have had a lot more viewers. I'm sure I could have had a lot more followers and a lot more downloads and, but I just didn't want to chase it. Chase the dragon. Nah. I like being simple. I like it simple. I like talking about music. I like interacting with the people that watch, most of them my friends. It's why I do this. And so, look, if somebody has an easy way to do it, you want to promote me? Yeah, sure. I'm all for it. But if you don't, yeah, sure, I'm all for it. I do this because I love it. And I'm pretty fucking good at it. You got to admit that. Come on. I know. Listen to this fucking, I get it. Turbo. It's time for Turbo. Oh, Vets Connection podcast. Don't forget to tune in. I got a new episode coming out soon. Really good interview. And don't forget the One Man, One Mic Foundation. We're redoing our website. That's the foundation I found. It's my nonprofit. That's where I teach veterans how to podcast so they can get out of it what I get out of it. That's why I do that. In the art and neuroscience and the healing powers of storytelling. That's what I do at One Man, One Mic. We're revamping the whole website. It's going to be more dynamic, more interactive. The new merch store is going to be off the chain. Like the stuff that my buddy is designing. He's a veteran that came through the program, the Pod Lab program. And he's been with me ever since. And he just erupted like out of nowhere he ends up being like this creative genius. He's very quiet. And I love the guy. And he's just taken on the website, the merch store. He has a graphic design degree, and the merch is going to be off the hook. Like, it's going to look good, I'm telling you. So get ready for all that. Dave Phillips, King of the 45s. Welcome to the show. Welcome back, my friend, to the show that never ends, right? To the show that never ends. So let's get into, I have it now where I can see the chat. I got chat sized. Get it? Chastised? Chat sized by Big Head Todd the Wet Sprocket, because when I put the article up on the screen, I can't see the comments all the time. But I worked my way around it. There's a workaround. So I'll be able to see the comments because he thought I was not acknowledging him. When he first popped on, I'm here, entertain me, and I wouldn't acknowledge him. He thought I was ignoring him. He really had his feelings were hurt. So I don't want to hurt Big Head Todd the Wet Sprocket's feelings. God forbid. God forbid. Okay, let's see. Let's get this. Get rid of the chat. Let's pull up. Let's get the first article. Let's get the first article up on the screen. There we go. Okay. I just have to go over here. Where'd the article go? Here we go again. Oh, I know where it is. It's right there. Hold on. Okay. 90s rocker announces solo album after okay, let me start this again. 90s rocker announces solo album 35 years after #1 hit with legendary band. I saw this, I'm like, that could be fucking anybody. That could be anybody. 90s rock, it doesn't say who. So we go into this. Oh, Jesus. Really? Ugh. See, I see these articles and I just, like, sometimes I wish I should just read them. But now I have to read this. I don't have to do anything, but I'll read it. Skid Row bassist Rachel Bolan is set to release his first solo album this summer after nearly 4 decades with the legendary heavy metal band. Are they legendary, though? Skid Row, are they legendary? Like, Guns N' Roses is legendary. Skid Row is not legendary. And by the way, Skid Row was an 80s band, weren't they? I think I remember seeing them in the late 80s at the video bars in the Philippines. So, anyway, with the legendary heavy metal band, the album Gargoyle of the Garden State is scheduled for release June 12th through Ear Music Records. The rocker discussed the upcoming project in an interview with Don Jameson on the Rockstrap podcast. In the episode, Bolan described the sound of the new record along with the various collaborations featured on the album. Many of his Skid Row bandmates aided him in the recording process because they ain't doing shit. I don't think they're really busy. Skid Row. Yeah. Was it like Sebastian Bach, like the lead singer of Skid Row? Did anybody know anybody else in that band? Like outside of like the hardcore fucking Skid Row fans? Did anybody? Including guitarist Dave Snake Sabo, and Scotty Hill, and drummer Bob Hammersmith. That's basically the fucking band. It doesn't sound like Skid Row. I'm doing most of the singing. I've got a few guests on there. Our buddy Steve Conti from the New York Dolls, vocalist. I think David Johansen was the New York Dolls vocalist. I don't know. Maybe this guy was part of it, but I don't think he was the vocalist. David Johansen was the vocalist. Is singing a song. The first single, Danko Jones, is singing with me. Right, here you go. And then there's another song that Corey Taylor, Slipknot, all right, I know who he is, sang. So there's that, said Bolan. Snake played a solo. Scotty played a solo. Damon Johnson, Leonard Skinner guitarist, with that iteration of Leonard Skinner, I would say. Let me see. Played a bunch of solos. Nuno Betancourt from Extreme, good guitarist, very good guitarist. Played a solo. Hammersmith played drums on the whole thing. It's a whole bunch of buds on there. And it's cool, man. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not going to I'm just like, Like Skid Row, is that even a picture of Skid Row with Sebastian Bach? Is that like another singer? I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but I don't know. I don't think that's Sebastian Bach. Singer, yeah, I would sing Eric Gronwell. Yeah, that's who it is. Okay. Nick, I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name, is set to produce the record. I'm not going to pronounce his last name. Previously worked with Bolan on Skid Row's 6th studio album, The Gang's All Here, which, again, Sebastian Bach was the band, really. You know, Bolan confirmed that one of the tracks featured on the album will be a cover, though he intends for the song choice to remain a surprise. The first music video for Gargoyle of the Garden State is currently in development. Does anybody watch music videos anymore? I don't know. I guess on YouTube, but let me see. And his lead single is planned for release within the next few months. Bolan is a co-founder and bassist for Skid Row, the iconic heavy metal band formed in 1986 and has since released 6 studio albums. Throughout their career, the band has achieved significant commercial success and critical acclaim. The 1991 album, Slave to the Grind, debuted at #1 on Billboard 200 chart, marking the first in the heavy metal genre to do so. Heavy metal, hair band, I think there's a difference. I really do think there's a difference between heavy metal and a hair band. Skid Row was a hair band that was just, they were all kind of heavy, but I wouldn't call them heavy metal. Heavy metal, you think of Judas Priest, right? You think of bands like that. I don't think Skid Row is heavy metal, but this dude that wrote this is probably born in fucking 2002. So what do I know? The band remains relevant today. But really? Really? Okay, remains relevant today with a devoted fan base. Yeah, I heard they're playing like the casino down the street from me, like in May. And the legacy is one of the most influential, here it is again, heavy metal acts of the 90s. Like they're an 80s band. Like fucking grunge killed them. Grunge killed the hair bands. The hair bands killed Loverboy, right? Like think of how those dominoes fall. I don't know. So I guess I killed some time. That is not the object of a, let's get out of here. All right, let's see what we got next. If you knew these 5 under the radar songs, let's see how this one comes up. All right. This looks interesting. Let's see. Over here, get rid of this. Da-dee-da-dee-da. And screen. And disco. If you know these, all right, if Dave Phillips is still watching, let's see if he knows these. He's an old rocker, you know. Maybe even Perry Dedovich, the Perry Lightfingers Dedovich with the AI, whatever I call him. If you know these 5 under the radar songs, you're a true classic rock fan. Okay. So if you don't get all 5, what do we consider like knowledgeable and then clueless? Clueless would be none if you didn't know any of them, right? If you know all 5, you're probably fucking good, because under the radar songs, this could be anything. Under the radar songs are usually obscure songs by bands. That's my experience, right? It's just obscure songs that are buried on side 2, track 3 of an album, right? So let's see. If you know these 5 under the radar songs, you're a true classic rock fan. While we often look back on some bits of yesteryear with a critical eye and ear, classic rock continues to withstand the test of time and dominate best songs and albums of all time lists even today. Okay, boomers have made classic rock popular in their heyday, but younger generations in the half century since these tracks on the turntables and on Spotify playlists. I don't know what I just read there. I think the coffee's kicking in. All right, here we go. Let's see what we start off with. It's not a huge surprise, however, that some songs get overlooked by even ardent fans of classic rock. It's not your fault, though. Some of the truly great efforts by our favorite artists just don't get the airtime that the legendary tracks do. I agree. We decided to dig into some of the more obscure. There you go. So I was right. Look at me. I know my shit. I'm smart. I'm not stupid like they say. I'm smart. And I want respect. It's my Fredo imitation. Okay. Some of the truly great efforts by our favorite artists just don't get the airtime there. Tracks. We decided to dig into some more obscure albums from well-regarded artists and then select songs we feel deserve their moment in the sun too. Do you think you know everything Led Zeppelin and the Stones put out that deserves a spin? Think again. We've dug up some true gems. Now, when you say Led Zeppelin, so I'm going to get Spotify ready because I'm going to play whatever they come up with. I'm going to play whatever they come up with or cut from it so I don't lose the whole segment here on YouTube. For Led Zeppelin, Royal Orleans. I mean, just because Presence was a really weird album for them, and it might not have gotten the respect that it deserves. I mean, they could have just avoided Led Zeppelin altogether because everybody knows most every one of their songs. Now, are these songs that should be played on the radio? That's a whole nother list. Like songs that are good that just don't get radio play. But they're trying to say these are obscure. So, let's see. Hit it! Fucking A. I love this album. I fucking love that album. Because, number one, Achilles' Last Stand is my fucking favorite Led Zeppelin song. But it's my favorite. Achilles' Last Stand. If you ask me, you get an immediate Steve Stevens, Achilles' Last Stand is a masterpiece. There you go. See? I know what I'm talking about. But I mean, the whole album is good. Like all Zeppelin albums, they're all good. Like there's nothing that any of us classic rock people, classic rock kids that we were, haven't heard. I just don't know why they would even mention Led Zeppelin in this. But again, they're giving it a try. I'm sure there's other things out there. Oh, Dave Phillips. Well, Dave Phillips, when this album came out and this came There I am. What the hell just happened? Fucking, they're sabotaging me. They're jealous. Anyway. Yeah, Dave Phillips, when this album came out, you were probably 37 anyways, with a whole family, so you weren't really, I think this came out in like 77, 78. Yeah, I thought 77, 78. Dave Phillips hates when I do that. I love that guy, though. I'm expecting a fuck you on the comments pretty soon. So yeah, Royal Orleans. I'm just going to go right by this one. Led Zeppelin's discography is held up as one of the crowning achievements of classic rock, but even the legendary British band had some stellar material that many fans overlook. Royal Orleans, for example, receives little of the acclaim afforded to the band's most famous work, despite exhibiting many of the features that made the group great. Named after a hotel in New Orleans, where Led Zeppelin would stay while on tour, Royal Orleans is a short, sharp track that recalls the band at its most danceable thanks to Jimmy Page's funky lead guitar parts that in the track's driving rhythm section. With plenty of stop time in the instrumental, the song feels light and breezy, but nevertheless fits plenty. It's just basically it just doesn't get radio play. This is what they're saying, okay? Track features Zeppelin's on Zeppelin 76. Okay, 76. I said 77. Steve, I was right in there. Which explains much of why it's been overlooked. The most famous records in the Zeppelin discography are its 4 self-titled albums, Presence was Zeppelin's 7th full-length studio album. After acclaimed releases, House of the Holy and Physical Graffiti, it was the record where the band's rock dominance was starting to waver. I just don't match anything with fucking Achilles' Last Stand. Match any one of those songs off any of their albums. Any of their other albums with Achilles' Last Stand, you got a fight on your hands. That song just doesn't go away. Like, this album is not a throwaway album, which is what people like to fucking say. The tour was fucking crazy. The tour was cursed, or whatever the story was. But they treat this album like it's a throwaway. I just don't buy it. Vocalist Robert Plant was recovering from a car crash for much of the album cycle, which limited the band's ability to tour and promote it, and it failed to take its place among the Zeppelin's classics. Retrospective reviews have been kinder, though. Roy Orleans remains overlooked in the favor of the album's epic opener, Achilles' Last Stand. Well, of course, that could happen on Houses of the Holy. I mean, any of these. All right, let's move on. What's the second song? Rolling Stones, Coming Down Again. All right. Well, I'm going to give you people a listen. Coming Down Again. This is off of Goat's Head Soup. I actually love this album. This was with Heartbreaker and Angie and so let's move it along.
All my friends coming down again.
All right, that's enough of that before the Rolling Stones come after me. They're notorious. Goat's Head Soup, right? Came out, what, 70, I want to say like 70, 74, I'm going to say. Today, most of the best-known Rolling Stones tracks show the group at its... And again, it's easy to pick out obscure songs off of any fucking album from any group. So, I don't know if I like this article or not. I don't know. I mean, I give it respect for bringing out these songs, but... Today, the most of the best Rolling Stone tracks of the group at its most swaggering and subversive. Think of the Bratty Blues, Satisfaction, and Gleefully Satanic Sympathy for the Devil. But Mick and Keith are also adept at penning songs that deliver moments of surprising tenderness that belay their rebellious reputation. I was driving home late one night. You know what I'm talking about. And I ran 12 red lights in his honor. Girl with faraway eyes. All right, that's enough of that. Tenderness and Belial, the rebellious reputation. Daddy's, what is it? Daddy, I'm a fool to cry. I mean, that's better than this, but I think everyone knows that song. Such as much slept on, Coming Down Again. The track is beautiful, melancholic, piano-led ballad that apparently reflects the angst that guitarist and co-songwriter Keith Richards felt during the creation in 73. So I said 74, right? Did the album come out in 74? Richard has attempted to make clear that the character in the song are not autobiographical. Yet many fans believe that Coming Down Again is about his troubled initial drug-fueled liaison with Anita Pallenberg, the girlfriend of bandmate Brian Jones. He denied this in his autobiography, Life, claiming it's just a mournful song. Everybody wants to connect the song to everything. Everybody can listen to a song. There's songs that you listen to and you just connect to it. It's the meaning that you give it. That's all there is to it. to songs. It's the meaning that you give it that matters, right? We all try to break down and psychoanalyze and fucking, come up with these reasons of what this song is really about. It's what you think it's about. It's the fucking beauty of music, man. Richards is in expressive form here, delivering a rare lead vocal performance, an emotive lead guitar part that adds a velvety luster to the gospel-infused track. However, Coming Down Again has largely been overshadowed by the band's bigger hits. Yeah, because it's just an average song. It's an average song on a good album. Of course it's going to be overshadowed. They're all overshadowed. 80% of the Rolling Stones fucking library of songs is overshadowed by the other 20%. Come on, right? I mean, not only that, but its position as a deep cut on the comparatively inessential Goat's Head Soup album means it receives far less attention from modern listeners than it deserves. Pitched tonally somewhere between Wild Horses and Angie, which is on Goat's Head Soup, which is the album's most famous highlight, is one of the Rolling Stones' most soulful and revealing songs. Okay. Now, I've never heard this song. David Bowie, Red Money. So I've heard these first two. I had the albums when I was a kid. I loved both albums. I had Goat's Head Soup. I had the insert with the literally the goat's head inside a big stew pot, like with the red juice in there. And I had it pinned up on my wall, and good luck finding that album anywhere with that insert still in it, by the way. It's a pretty fucking cool insert. But David Bowie, Red Money, I was a big David Bowie fan, so Red Money is a track hidden away at the end of the second side of Lodge. So what did I say earlier, right? These songs are on fucking side 2, song 3. This one's side 2, last song, like song 6. The third piece of David Bowie's Berlin trilogy. He produced the trio, those albums, while living in Berlin, and for a short time was roommates alongside musical collaborator Iggy Pop in the German capital. But in truth, much of the material on the albums remains relatively neglected in comparison to the Ziggy Stardust and Thin White Duke eras that preceded them, and the phenomenal chart success of Let's Dance that was the come after, though the first chapter of the Berlin trilogy, 1977 is low, is now considered one of his finest records. Released in 1979, Lodger is arguably the least acclaimed of the Berlin trilogy and of the whole 70s output. While Red Money is one of the album's most divisive compositions, they use the word divisive twice. Why? The track is a reworking of the backing track of Iggy Pop's Sister Midnight, which Bowie produced for Iggy's album The Idiot at the start of the Berlin stay, with new guitar parts, vocals, and lyrics. The song is typically dismissed by fans who feel that it's too much of a blatant replica of Sister Midnight, but if anything, it could be argued that the song is a demonstration of how close the two artists' work was at that point. Let me stop there. So, the thing that made Bowie great was he was a chameleon. Like, he stole a certain part of Iggy Pop's persona. He stole a certain part of Lou Reed's persona. Like, and I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I've talked about this a couple of times over the last 202 episodes. Doesn't make it wrong. Look, you're an artist. You pick up things. It's always like you can cherry pick shit, and if it works for you, it works. But I would probably be safe to say that he did take this from Iggy's song. But I don't know. I'm going to play it because I don't remember listening to it. The two songs serve as suitable bookends for their fertile creative spell in Berlin. Taken in isolation, it remains entertaining on its own terms, though Bowie himself claimed the lyrics refer to his growing interest in visual art during that period. The song, I think, quote, is about responsibility. Red boxes keep cropping up in my paintings, and they represent responsibility there, he told Melody Maker in 1979. So let's listen to it. Let's give it a little bit of a listen. If you've heard it, then I give you credit. If you've heard it and you're watching and you want to comment in, let me see. Dave Phillips, King of the 45's Only Dead Flowers off of Sticky Fingers is obscure. That's true. That's a good point. Dave Phillips, King of the 45's also said, never heard of this Bowie song. So let's go. Let's give it a play. Red Money. Red Money. David Bowie. It already has that sound from the trilogy albums.
Oh, can you feel it in the way?
Very scaled down,
It's not a man.
stripped down.
Can you see it in the sky?
Yeah, I don't know about this one.
Landscape is too high.
All right, this should go into a new break now.
Like
So,
a nervous disease. It's too bad all along.
yeah,
We'll tumble on this.
I'll probably never listen to that again. Never again. First and the last. Yeah, okay. Released in 79, Lodger is arguably the least acclaimed, blah, blah, blah. Let's move on to Neil Young and Crazy Horse, Danger Bird. I wasn't a big Neil Young and Crazy Horse fan. I think at the time I was listening to other things. I mean, I love the double live Rust. I mean, that's a classic, one of the greatest live albums ever. The acoustic version of Hey, Hey, My, My, and then the electric version at the end, and the whole stage show, the album covers. It's a gatefold, which means it opens outward. It's a double record set. It's got great graphics on it, pictures from the concert. It gave you enough as a kid to sit down at a beanbag chair like I did and just study the album cover inside and out. Open up the gatefold, look at all the pictures in there, and shit like that. It kept you entertained. There's a very blurry picture on the cover of Neil Young on the stage from a distance, and it gives the whole setup. So that's Live Rust, but this is Neil Young and Crazy Horse, Zuma. I guess the album is Zuma. So let's see what Danger Bird sounds like. Danger Bird. Let's see. Danger Bird, 2016 remaster. Here we go. Let's see. Aye. All right, let's jump ahead.
The jailbird takes a ride.
Nope, never gonna listen to that song again either. So these last two. So the third, if the fifth song is if I hit that 3 out of 5, I give you credit. I will give. Not a big fan of Neil Young. Dave Phillips, King of the 45s. That was junk. I think he's talking about Red Money, but he'll probably say the same about this. The comments are a little bit delayed. So I'm not even going to get into this because it's fucking trash as far as I'm concerned. Although my friend Steven Romano would lose his mind over this. He'd probably give me a fucking tongue lashing and break down the whole, because he's like, my friend Steven Romano was one of the admins for like the Neil Young fucking fan club on Facebook, and there's like, I don't know, 50,000 or 100,000 people that are in there, and like he knows the drummer from Crazy Horse. Like, he'd give me a tongue lashing if he heard me saying this. So, and Steve Stevens, if you're still watching, make sure you tell Steve Romano I said this. I don't care. I'm down here. I'm not afraid of him. All right, let's see if you can do 3 out of 5. Be honest. If you're 2 out of 5, that's okay. 3 out of 5, I think you passed. It's a B. I'll give you a B. I'll give me a B if we know the fifth song. 3 out of 5 ain't bad, right? What do we got? Let me see. All right, still talking about this now. Here we go. If you know these 5 under the radar songs, you're a true classic rock fan. Okay. I'm 2 and 2 right now. Here we go. The Beatles. Hey, Bulldog. What? Are you fucking kidding me? What? Like, right, more coffee. Hold on. Iced coffee. Don't let me lose it. What? If you're a Beatles fan, an average Beatle fan has heard Hey Bulldog. I think. Now, this is the problem, right? So there's people like Steve Stevens and Dave Phillips, King of the 45s, and Light Fingers, Perry Dedovich, the AI, and there's and Jack and Mark Smith, and there's a bunch of people I know that we just have a very extensive knowledge of music. I'm not blowing our horns, or we just do. We know a lot. Each one of us knows something about something else. Like Steve Stevens is the king of the cover songs. He loves cover songs. He'll tell you what fucking cover song, who sang it, when it was done, how many covers of that song there is. Just knows all that shit. Dave Phillips is just an old rocker. He'll tell you anything about fucking Jay Giles, I'll tell you that. I could go on. So if I say that, hey, Bulldog, it's an easy, fucking no-brainer, maybe that's just me because I've listened to a lot more music than the average person, as I'm sure the people I just mentioned do, and other listeners that listen to this podcast or watch this podcast. So, maybe I'm being a little harsh, but hey, Bulldog off of Yellow Submarine, look at it's a great song too. Woof, 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 woof. Hey, Bulldog. Here we go. See, it's a great opening too. Yeah. It is kind of very un-Beatle-ish. But then it gets into Beatles. Yeah. Let's go to the end. Woof. Woof. They had fun. All right, I got to cut that. They had fun making the song, that's for sure. You can just hear it in the song. Right? It's a good, I swear I had a blast making it. It's funky. It's got a beat and you can dance to it. Right? Yeah. So I got 3 out of 5. I'm happy with that. I think the other two, this Neil Young, again, this article is the article itself is divisive. It used the word twice because I could come up with that list. I could go digging into my 1,000 records that I have and pull out fucking albums by Blondie and say, hey, this song on side 2, track 3, is a great song that just gets overlooked. This might be a lazy article. It might be lazy. I don't know. I don't think that there was. I can't see the rhyme or reason how they picked David Bowie. They picked some famous people. Well, maybe that was the point of it, but I don't know. Okay. Enough of that. I'm happy with 3 out of 5. Let's see what we got next. How long are we? Wow, I already been doing this for 45 minutes almost. Fuck me. You know the song. I don't know if I want to do this one. I wouldn't say I'm an alcoholic, but then, alcoholics say they're not alcoholics. This is, until you get into recovery and you realize you're an alcoholic, you'll say it. But if you're not in recovery, you won't say it. It's a Metallica. Do I want to talk about a Metallica article? Or do I want to go with, I knew something was wrong. All right, let's go to this one. Fuck Metallica. I like Metallica, but fuck them. Not going to give them my time on my podcast. All right, this will be the last one. Moving right along. Jesus. Okay. Screen. Yeah. Boom. There we go. I knew something was wrong. I went to the bar. My girlfriend was there with another guy. The dagger through the heart memory, which inspired the biggest rock song of its generation. The Killers, Mr. Brightside. Now, I think we've all heard the song, which is amazingly funny that this song came out in the 90s. I believe it came out in the 90s. It says most streamed song of the 2000s. First, let me find out when this came out. Mr. Brightside. It's came out 2002, so I thought it was the late 90s. All right. So early 2000s came out. So this is the song. You've probably all heard it. It's a great song. It's. I think it's a song I never get sick of hearing. It's just. It's kind of. It's pretty much an iconic 2000s, the 2000 aughts as they call it, song. It is a generational song. It's definitely a generational song.
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. Started off with a kiss, I didn't end up like this. It was only a kiss, Now she's going to sleep and she's calling a cab. Then he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag. Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head, but she's touching his sweat. Now he takes off her dress. Now letting me go.
This is where it says it. Everything right here. Right here.
And I just can't look.
It's killing me
And taking control.
jealousy. Everybody fucking, if you didn't go through this when you were a kid, because I'm going to assume that most of my listeners and viewers are adults. If you didn't go through this when you were a kid, you didn't have a fucking childhood. Like, a girl breaks your heart, your girl breaks up with you, your girl cheats on you, your boyfriend cheats on you, your boyfriend breaks up with you, and you fucking lose your mind. Everything, your head is going a fucking 1,000 miles an hour, speed of light. You're thinking all the worst. He's touching her, she's touching him. Just what the song says. Everything this dude wrote down is actually what you go through. Boy or girl, man or woman. Because there's only two genders. Whoops, there goes a listener. This absolutely nails it. So if you haven't heard it, it's called Mr. Brightside. Go listen to it. Watch the lyrics. Go to YouTube. Type in Mr. Brightside lyrics. You will absolutely fucking nod your head. Yes. When you buy through links, articles, blah, blah, blah. Okay. The stats clocked up by the Killer's debut single, Mr. Brightside, are truly extraordinary. Initially released in the UK on September 2003 by indie label Lizard King in a limited run of just 500 CD singles. Imagine having your hands on one of those. Then re-released in May 2004 ahead of the emergence of the Las Vegas Quarter's debut album, Hot Fuss. The song currently has just south of 3 billion. So make it 3 billion and one because I just played it. 3 billion plays on Spotify. Fucking 3 billion. There's only 7 billion people in the world or some shit like that. Making it the most streamed song from the 2000s on the platform. And 621 million plays on YouTube. Oh, man. They're making money just off this shit. It's been on the UK charts for an astonishing 489 weeks. Currently sitting at number 60 and is the biggest single of all time yet to reach number 1 in Britain, with singer-songwriter Ed Sheeran hailing it as the UK's alternative national anthem. Perhaps surprisingly, the song peaked at number 10 on both UK and US singles charts. But its popularity shows no sign of slowing down because those other 9 songs that came in before this song are fucking long gone, buddy. Long gone. They are long gone. And this song fucking survives. See, I'm glad I read this article instead of fucking alcoholic Metallica. This gives me good vibes going out of this show. Episode 203. Not a bad return for a song based on heartbreak and betrayal, and not bad for a song that didn't chart at all first time around. The story behind Mr. Brightside is simple. It is rooted in frontman Brandon Flowers' realization that his first serious relationship is over. When he walks into a bar in his Las Vegas hometown and sees that his girlfriend is cheating on him. I was asleep and I knew something was wrong, he told me. Now defunct English music magazine Q in 2009. I have these instincts. I went to the Crown and Anchor and my girlfriend was there with another guy. Flowers wrote the lyrics when he was 19 or 20, committing the words to paper by hand. Anyone familiar with the song will know that the song's second verse is identical to the first verse. I hadn't written a second verse, so I just sang it again. Flowers, and it fucking A, right? He told Rolling Stone in 2018. Vocally, Flowers says that he took inspiration from, here we go, David Bowie, specifically the legendary singer's urgent delivery of the lyrics to Queen Bitch from 1971's Hunky Dory album. But as he explained in Rolling Stone, he was actually aiming to emulate Bowie's good friend Iggy Pop. Well, so there you go. We've come full circle. And well, David Bowie wanted to emulate Iggy Pop also. If you listen to the Lust for Life record, Iggy does a monotone delivery of Sweet 16. And I was trying to sound like that, he admitted. It's just that I have a sweeter voice than Iggy, and I was a kid, so it came out the way it did. I still remember playing it at a drummer's house. He told U.S. Chat Show host Seth Meyers in 2019. We went to his house, and he had the drums set up in his living room, and I was on bass, and Dave Kooning was on guitar, and I remember the hairs on my arms standing up. It was an incredible moment for me, and I didn't know it was going to grow into what it's become since, but I knew that it was good. Flowers performed the song for the first time at the Killer's very first show at Cafe Roma in Las Vegas in 2002, and it's been in the Killer's set list ever since. I never get bored of singing it. Good for him. Fucking good for him. And you shouldn't, because that's what the fans want to hear. You know, Flowers told Spin in 2015, talking to Rolling Stone, the singer described Mr. Brightside as cathartic. Like I talked about my podcasting. It's cathartic. Cathartic. Who would have thought betrayal would sound so good? He got that right. He's got that right. Yeah, there you go. That's it. That's a good article. That's very upbeat. I like that. I like that song. Go listen to it if you've never heard it, Mr. Brightside. I'm getting all these things from fucking Kick. Viewers. I don't know. Okay, whatever. So yeah, there you have it. Those are the articles. Good show. Went fast. Went really fast. Smooth. No technical difficulties. I'm happy with it. I'm always happy with it. Like I said, this is my church. This is where I heal. This encourages. It's all about post-traumatic growth, and this is what it does. And I'm not getting all fucking knowledgeable, and but I can say it. So I got PTSD. I never said it before on this show, but and this is going to be a good year. This is going to be a good year. It's already started. So let me see. Steve Stevens, king of the covers, says Bowie was a true artist. He did his shit with the intention of creating art by music, no intention of making dough off the top 40, which I regard as a 3.5 minutes of sacrificial masturbation for money. Real music is timeless. I like that. There you go. Look at that. Steve Stevens waxing poetic. Fucking killing it. Killing it tonight. Love that guy. Love that guy. One of the nicest guys I've ever met. Steve Stevens, the thing, and I'm just going to say it, he's watching, he'll probably get embarrassed or whatever, but I'll tell you what I really, really admire about this guy. He has zero ego. He has zero problem with telling somebody how great they're doing and how proud he is. And like, he's very positive. He's not one of those guys that will say, oh, that's good. Like, yeah, good for you. No, he says, good for you. I love that about you. I love what you're doing. And so a person like that, everybody should have someone like that in their life. We should talk more, but we don't need to. We have that friendship. We all have those friendships at this point in our lives where I can see him, a year from now, and it's just like I saw him 2 years ago or whatever, actually a year ago at this time, almost this time. But anyways, thought I was the nicest guy. Mike Hammerman, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You, Mike Hammerman, are a pain in my ass. You are a fucking pain in my ass. All right. Oh, see, he just commented. I'm not going to read that, Steve Stevens. I won't read that because I can give out comments. I'm not good at taking them though. I'm not good at taking them. So yeah, that's it. Good show. Let me see how this works. Dun, 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 dun. Like him and get the LOL. Yeah. Here we go, Steve. I'll show. All right, Steve Stevens is easy to admire, man. Like, see, I put it up there because he said it, and I can't be. And Mike Hammond thought I was a nice guy. Nope, you're a pain in the ass. Way too many dots at the end of your comment too. Doesn't really fit. See that annoyed me. You just annoyed me with that. It's fucking annoying. All you need is 3 dots. People that put more than 3 dots when they mean like something to extend, like figure it out for yourself. You only need 3 dots. ... You don't need fucking 17 like he put there. That's way excessive. It's irritating. And again, you're a pain in the ass. All right, my friend. But I do love you. We've known each other. All of us have known each other fucking 45 years more. Either way. Okay. Now I'm starting to get all sentimental. Well, okay. I'm wrapping it up now. Thank you for watching. I love this show. This was a great show. There's some shows I walk away, I'm really in a good, like it brings me up. It lifts me up. And this was one of them. So, as I always say, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you liked it, share it. If you didn't like it, well, thanks for watching and listening for 58 minutes and 34 seconds. I appreciate that. And as I always say, doing this show for you, to quote my favorite artist, Morrissey, the pleasure, the privilege is mine. And I should be back next week with episode 204. Love you guys.